Hey folks, it's the Salty Seaman, giving everyone basically a quick tour of my man cave, aka where I usually record my videos and stuff. So just a real small room. If you watched my previous videos, you've heard I live in Japan. I live in a town called Iwakuni. And first thing you notice is the floor. That is called a tatami mat floor. I don't know, somehow some rooms in the house have it. I'm still not really sure why, what the point of tatami is, but it's like a Japanese thing. And other floors are hardwood. And my man cave happens to be a tatami floor. But kind of sucks sometimes because it's a little harder to clean, and I tend to spill things, so, you know, it is what it is. Here's basically my entertainment center. Excuse me while the light's going to keep adjusting and try not to focus on the TV too much. But as you can see, I run an HDMI cable from my laptop to my TV. That is my general source of entertainment, being as I don't have regular cable here, so YouTube and other various streaming means, downloads is how I keep up with my entertainment. But this is my rig, as you would say. I got a pair of Sony floor speakers here, pretty good. I got it's a Yamaha subwoofer, enough power for this room. In fact, my speaker system's a little overpowered for the room I'm in, but you know, better overpowered than underpowered. I got a pole center. My back, I have some mid-range Bose. I just got those for Christmas. I actually don't have a 7.2 output, so they're just tied in with my front speakers. But get a nice little bit of surround on it. And I have some more Bose bookshelves as my rears, which are way overpowered for rears, but I've had these speakers forever. They still work. They work great, so why not? Plenty of room for link sound. And let's see if I can get in here. This is it's a Sony receiver. It's a bit outdated. I've had it for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. But anyway, yeah, it's got 4 HDMI outputs. Kind of wants to upgrade a little bit more. Get something with 7.2 inputs also, maybe. Maybe something like a little more wattage. Before we leave there, this is my new hotness. That's a PS4. I got a super good deal on from my friend Jason. He got from somebody else. It was a new in box for $250 with an extra controller. Can't really see in there, but there's 2 controllers and a wireless headset. So I'll probably be playing some Saints Row 4 on there tonight. And I see I got an Xbox 360 Slim. It's also new. My old Xbox 360 works fine, but I got this first song also. So I just still haven't got everything ported over yet. I've had to re-download. I have a ton of Rock Band stuff, so I'm still not even close to having all my songs back and a few other things. But yeah, I haven't got the Xbox One yet. Probably by the time the new Rock Band 4 comes out, I will upgrade that as well. It's like just another old 360 hard drive. The one this came with, why I got it so cheap, the hard drive was busted. So I just bought another one off Amazon. It's another hard drive. I use that for my laptop. Speaking of the laptop, that is also new hotness. That's a new Dell, newest i7 core, 16 gigs of RAM, solid state drive. Just had another Dell, works fine, other than when I finally put the Adobe Suite on it, and then it started slowing down because it wasn't really meant to handle something that requires that much processing power. So I bit the bullet and bought a pretty decent computer. It's not the top of the line Mac or anything, but it's been working well so far. It's the backside of one of my lights, thing with the batteries hanging out of it. That is a GPS that stopped working for no apparent reason. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Out of warranty, but still new, so I'm kind of like wondering if I should write Garmin and like, hey, what the fuck? A wireless printer, which any of our devices in the house hooked up to this, comes through. Pretty neat. Random basket of wires, controllers, various other sundry gift stuff. I think there's an Xbox headset there, microphone cord, spray of some sort, Bluetooth boombox. I got this at a White Elephant or last Christmas. I just hook up to my iPhone and just send music through it. We just have a day when we don't want to have TV on and we're just trying to relax around the house, or when I'm out barbecuing. Back there's my tripod I record on, and another tripod behind it to put a light on. A couple older systems down here. You can see through there's a PS2 and a GameCube. Don't really play those anymore. Don't even have them hooked up, but I could hook them up pretty easy if I wanted to. I have an N64 and a Super Nintendo. Somewhere. I think they're in the closet behind me. But they're, I don't retro game that much. I don't have like a huge game collection per se. But pretty much the only three systems I've ever owned I don't have anymore. It's a PS1, original Nintendo, and an Atari 2600. I got the Wii. Got a Wii in the main room, so my son can play. Don't have a Wii yet, or an Xbox One, as I said. This was a wedding present from 1998. I think it still works. It's a 25 disc CD player. It was kind of a big deal at the time. Now it just kind of sits there. It is plugged in. It's actually plugged into the my system, but I don't really play it much anymore. If I play an actual physical CD, I'll probably pop it in the PlayStation or the Xbox. Over here is my souvenir collections, random stuff I've had. I've got into shot glass collecting most of my career in the Navy. Just anywhere I go, I try to grab one. The biggest regret is my first ship I didn't do this, and that's probably where I saw the most ports. It was on a flagship called the USS Blue Ridge. So as you can see, I've still done pretty well for myself. I think I have around 50 right now. And a couple of hats. Some other Navy ships I visited, that was a Mexican ship and a Japanese ship. A little glimpse of my DVD collection. Not really. The physical media I don't really do anymore. I was developing quite a DVD collection at one point, but now it's rare I get one. Someone buys me a Blu-ray or whatever for Christmas. I put them on my wish list and stuff. Sure, great, but that big. There's my e-cigarette stuff in there. If you try to quit smoking, nothing seems to work for you. I always recommend e-cigarettes. They are pretty damn close to the real thing, so all the bad stuff. Speaking of games, here's most of my games. Again, some of it's behind there. A couple of actual physical CDs. I do buy real CDs on occasion, usually bands I really like. I'll get the special edition. Plus I want to actually give them money. This is homemade beer my friend Doug made. I'm a big Transformer fan. He'd bring homemade beer to the conventions, made his own labels. I've broke 2 of them. I still have these 3. One of them is actually sold from 2002. The Viacon beer. They actually had to re-glue the label on it. The glue got too old and died off. That was from, I think, Geek Crate. Little guy. Looks like an old Nintendo cartridge. That was pretty cool. Buddha wine bottle I got from some place I visited here in Japan. My favorite, actually not my favorite beer, but the cousin of it, Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale, from a company in Kentucky. Their beers are starting to get all around the States. If you ever see Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale, I'd like to recommend give it a shot. It's the first, not a shot glass, but the first collectible glass I started collecting from Daytona Beach. So I kept that. That's bullshit. If you're a Cards Against Humanity fan, you know what that is. You know what I'm talking about. Some other random stuff. The message in the bottle is actually a wedding invitation, and the tankard from the actual wedding itself. That was pretty neat. These are hats of all the commands I've been to in the Navy. And you get one from every single one. Started on the Blue Ridge, then to Namtre Training School in Lemoore, John C. Stennis. They didn't have hats at recruiting command. They give you a little recruiting cookie, they call it. So I just think about putting that on a hat just to keep it, you know, keep the theme going. You know, I'll just find like a plain blue or black hat and just put it on there. So, I'm not really OCD about a lot of things, but that's kind of bugs me. My last ship to the USS New Orleans, my current command, AFN. Though it does not set you a Cooney on it, but, you know, I can't complain. And Transformers, again, big fan. That's the Lost Light crew. If you see my video on Transformers Fiction, you know that's my favorite Transformers Fiction. It's an ongoing comic right now. Not the whole crew, but very sizable chunk of the characters who do most of the stuff. There's a few that kind of... There's a few in the show that... There's a few that are just kind of... You know they're there, but they've never done anything. Not really worried about them. But all the major characters of the Lost Light crew I would like a figure of. I've never owned a Ratchet, I realize, which is just ridiculous. I have to fix that. And I need to get a trail cutter as well. The actual red thing, I've never seen it behind me if you watch my videos, is like a play kitchen we got for my son a few years ago for Christmas. It's basically just a shelf now. He rarely plays with it. He occasionally just get in the mood to make fake food, and there you go. That thing in the middle is actually another thing from Think Geek. That's a tie with a bunch of Space Invader things on it. That's pretty much... Oh, here we go with the couch where I spend too much of my time at home sitting on, watching TV. And it's mentioned Rock Band before. There's my drum kit, which also doubles as a storage place. But my mouse, my phone, other various things on the cymbals, and the microphone, complete with stand. I actually use the mic a lot also for, usually when I record these, I usually use the Rock Band microphone, because you just plug into a computer and use a recording device, an audio recorder on a computer, and it's, you know, if you have one of these lying around and you're trying to record some audio, I mean, these things are like very high quality. You know, you don't have to go out and buy a $200 Shure mic or whatever from, I don't know, like professional audio place. This will probably get the job done. So anyway, that's kind of it. That room is my son's toy room. That is the way to the kitchen. See, it's not very, very large. For Japan, it's not bad size, especially it's just kind of a room to myself, so not too bad. I said, I record in here, play games. Me and my son play games, watch TV. I watch TV in here. It's just kind of my bat cave, my sanctum sanctorium, whatever you want to call it. That'll do it for the Salty Seaman. Thanks for watching. I'll have a couple more videos come up here for you pretty soon, so check you later. Peace.